So in Food Wars,
Welcome to Cake Lovers.
there's both sexy time and food.
God, oh.
It's a perfect blend.
Oh my god. Yeah, so in Food Wars, the boobs move on their own, but the food looks real good, so.
And it's also just so smart with how it addresses its food, too. Like,
Yeah.
you rarely see anime that takes that angle, like, so seriously and balances well with the ecchi. Like, we've talked about it so many times, like, how it's just amazing balance. Like, it handles its sexuality well, and it's fair, and it has, like, both men and women, and it's just, but it doesn't feel like
Everybody naked.
too done. It's just,
Everybody is naked.
it's beautiful.
So my favorite dish in all of Food Wars, I think, is the one that Alice did, the egg dish, where she made something. This is my favorite looking dish, I should specify, where she makes an egg dish that looks like normal egg dishes, but it's all creatively made. So she has that milkshake in the egg shell, and she has the yolk that's something else. And I was like, I want to eat that. That's awesome. Like,
I think my favorite still has to be the Dumbody episode with Nikumi. I love Nikumi. And when they make the perfect like steak with the onions, like I actually made it once too, and I was like, oh, the steak is amazing.
I mean, I also made the bacon one, right?
why are you perfect?
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't you make like, the one from the first episode where you recommend?
No, I haven't, but other people have, which is really cool because there's a lot of people have like made the recipes for like how to make it, like cook at this temperature and stuff. And it's kind of cool how it's inspired all these things too.
Yeah. I wish I could cook. I love food so much.
It's okay, you can just come over and I'll cook for you.
Okay.
Or maybe my boyfriend will because he's in between jobs.
Yes.
So he's great.
Has
Clean
dinner on the
house,
table.
I walked in, I was like, oh, it smells great in here. What's happening? Anyway.
You know what?
Speaking of people who stay home and cook, I have another show for that.
All right.
So I didn't particularly love it. I thought I actually kind of got bored with it. It's like because my friend Nick always just gives me a hard time. He's like, you like Food Wars, but not Kofuka Graffiti. So it's about these girls.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick,
I love
I love you. Yeah.
Nick is Nick's on Twitter.
Yeah.
He tweets a lot about anime.
He's like my anime senpai in a weird way.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
We help each other.
We're in a line message group with him, and he just
I had to leave that.
bad.
I had to leave the line.
the
really loud.
notifications are out of control.
But Kofuka Graffiti is about this girl who lives alone, and she just cooks, and her cooking is like missing something. Like she's just not sure what. And then she makes this friend, I think it's her cousin, and she starts coming over, and like her cooking is suddenly a lot more lively, and she misses.
All right.
She finds out, so she's just like missing other people. Like she just wants meals with others, and it's about them just like kind of
Cooking for someone else is always easier than cooking for yourself.
Yeah,
Really?
Oh, totally.
I'm under so much pressure if I'm cooking for somebody else, though. I'm like sure they're gonna hate it.
So I think it's also a little bit different. It's cooking as a social activity rather than like I'm cooking for you. It's you're in the kitchen doing something and it's like, oh, chop the onion. It becomes like a bonding thing more than it becomes about the food. It's about the food, but it is also about.
I do like baking, but not if anybody else isn't going to eat it. Like I don't want to just bake for myself.
That's true. Yeah.
First of all, that's a bad idea. Because,
you make a lot.
Well, yeah, you make a lot at once, and then I eat it all, and that's terrible. But because my roommate used to bake, and I'd be like, "Hey, you made lemon bars. Can I have one?" And she was like, "Yeah," because she wanted to share it. That's when I like baking the most, is if I have people to share it with. But I'm still so paranoid that people aren't going to like it. Which is the great thing about anime food is you don't have to actually taste it.
Yeah.
So you can just be like, yeah, that looks fantastic. Good job, Yamato. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kofuka Graffiti does like an episode. Every episode has like a different food, so it's just like, oh, that looks amazing. And but also this show's kind of slow for me.
Just not into it.
Yeah, I just wasn't into it. I mean, it's cool, but I know other people who love it, so that's also a thing to give a try if you want a delicious looking show. Also, they eat a little sensually. It's kind of weird, but it's not supposed to be. I guess like it kind of just a little sensual sometimes.
Is it
it's
just
like sexy
super
food time.
close-ups on mouths?
Yeah, like the mouse
Okay.
like, oh, I'm just enjoying this so much, kind of thing. It's a little weird. It doesn't have like the same balance as like Food Wars.
The only time I ever did that in real life is when I had an In-N-Out burger for the first time. I was like, yes.
Yeah,
it's good.
What? No, I'm like, what? Oh, I know what food made me feel that way. There are these cupcakes in Las Vegas that James and I got.
Yup.
James, we go on food adventures.
Going places
We
without
travel
me.
together.
Yeah, the cupcake that I got tiramisu.
Yeah.
It's in
It's
Aria or something.
No, Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas. There's a bakery in the middle, like just past the casino. It's like in the middle of the building.
Yeah.
And it's like a $6 cupcake, but it's like the most amazing cupcake I've ever had in my entire life. It's chocolate. It has like this little like ganache balls in it, and like the pastry itself is like soft, and the top has like mousse, and it's beautiful, and I'm almost crying.
This is not the food episode. This is the We Went Everywhere Without Callie episode.
But yeah,
that tiramisu was out of control. It had like the actual espresso was you get into like I think they're called ladyfingers is what the bread in tiramisu is, and it would just melt over your tongue, and it was incredible.
So there was pie in the office yesterday, and I got a slice of the pie and I ate it. That was cool.
So tell us about your sexy time with food.
You can tweet to us at #IGNanime, IGNIME. You can email us at IGN_Anime Club at IGN.com. We also have a Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/IGN Anime Club. It's the official group. Tell me about other places you went without me.
Guys, food is really great.